3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Forex Trading Show. Forex trading live every weekday morning. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Set back, relax, and get ready to profit. And now, your host, Terry from FXWithTerry.com.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Friday, April 4th, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I guess that makes it 1 p.m. Eastern. Let's get into some trades here. The free trade launched yesterday. I jumped into a bunch of USD CHF trades in an entire basket. Every one closed in profit with a total for the week. There's no total for the day because it closed so fast yesterday that it's on yesterday's profit and loss statement, which is all profit. So $829.20 for the week. Incredible trade. Side note, when and if and when you move to your own virtual private server, trading these algorithms, the cool ability that you will have is, let me describe this. I will be sending my full algorithm to your server, just like I send it out to Social Trader Tools now, and you copy from there. So I'll send it directly to your server, and you'll have access to my AI system where you can look at the trades. And in fact, let's use an example right now. NZD USD is very, very deep in our system. We're probably 40 plus trades deep. You're not going to see it because I've blocked it from being sent out to the system. I believe there's a little bit of an anomaly going on there on the NZD USD. But nonetheless, look at it on the chart right now. NZD USD is tanking. Let's see if I have it. See, I have it in this list of pairs. NZD USD. I do not. So I'm going to add it here. NZD USD. Let's take a look at it. But it is tanking. And I have it blocked from any... what's the best way I want to say this? You can see here, 30-minute chart. It's done nothing but drop. I have it blocked from being sent out to any of the sub feeds that we have. Obviously, it's being traded in the main feed, but I'm not sending it out to the one profitable pair feed. I'm not sending NZD USD out to the 10 pip hybrid. I have it blocked from those. Here's my point. Let's bring all of this together in one idea. Once you have the ability to run my full algorithm and you'll have access to the AI system that I use, you'll be able to look at, and we'll look at the full algorithm. You can actually see this NZD USD pushing really far. What's cool about it is once it's turned around, and let's say there's 40 trades deep, right? Insane push. But let's say there's 40 deep. You could go into the AI system, and let's say out of 40 trades in a basket, 10 of them are all in profit. You can say, give me the latest trade. So it will jump in to one trade. Although there's 39 behind it, it'll jump into one trade. And here's the thing. Here's where it can really mess up your account, but you'll have control. So instead of saying, give me that 40th trade, and guess what the problem with that is? The problem is the lot size is going to be exponential. So you can either do that and just simply reduce your multiplier, or you can go into my AI system and you can click the button that says fixed lot size. That way, even though if you copied the automation at the multiplier, you'd have a really high lot size because we're 40 trades deep, let's say. But you could jump into that and set fixed lot size. Just the point is the level of control you're going to have is so cool. And I'll call these things out. Now, it's also what I'm going to do is when I feel like this is ripe, this NZD USD trade is ripe and headed towards take profit, I'm probably going to send it to the one profitable pair feed. It'll be a really great trade. Right now, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a heads up, the system, the virtual private server system that I run everything on froze this morning at about 6 a.m. I was deep asleep. And when I woke up about 2 hours later, I had to go through, do a whole reset. The nice thing about my algorithm is if it freezes like that, and let me just tell you this, in the 4 years I've been running this system, I've only seen it freeze maybe twice, possibly 3 times partial freeze. But this was a major freeze. It was something going on with the virtual private server. It just wasn't connecting. Took me about an hour to reset everything. But as I was saying, the nice thing about my system is if you do this huge pause and jump back in, it will catch up with itself. Now, it also, because NZD USD was so deep and the system was frozen for a couple hours, by the time I turned the system back on, NZD USD was just going trade after trade after trade after trade. And I kind of had the forethought that that might happen. So I turned off the other feeds. And if you're monitoring the full feed, in fact, we'll go look at it. If you're monitoring the full feed, then you'll see that. Now, there's no free trade open, so let's go actually do that. Let's go to the pause here. Stand by, I need my account list opened up on another device here so I can take you directly to the full feed. It is coming up here momentarily. Here it is. And kind of some weird anomaly stuff going on with the full feed. Let me take a look before I throw this out to you. I don't know. This market, the tariffs really jacked this market up. Like it doesn't know what to do. So check this out. This is pretty recent. This drawdown seems a little excessive when we were at like $40 drawdown yesterday. It is the NZD USD. And again, I've got it blocked from going out to anybody. We will take this when it's in a much better position. Also kind of an interesting thing here is this NZD USD, it ran overnight. So I went to bed it was probably, I think, 8-10 deep. I'm going to count it here. It's going to seem a little odd, but let's count how many. And I can't quite figure out if it's, now I would say, I was going to say, if it's the server freezing or if it's the, NZD USD itself. It is tanking. NZD USD tanking. Avoid it. That's what we're going to do. So let me count how many there are here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 freaking trades deep. Again, you can see what NZD USD is doing here. This area here on the chart is when the server was down and the price just kept pushing. As soon as I turned the server back on, somewhere in this area here, it then pushed down, added all of these trades. However, the take profit is right here. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's going to be a very profitable trade, but it went a little haywire, and it's the pricing on NZD USD that went a little haywire. We really got to watch this stuff. I mean, if this had been in any of the side feeds like the 10 pip hybrid or the one profitable pair feed, it would have been a recovery just like Euro AUD was. Well, In fact, this is a good point. Mark says, are you still planning to put the recovery system on the full algo after 10 trades? That is the plan. However, with my experience here, like Euro AUD went into recovery, was it yesterday that we went into recovery? And boy, did it recover itself. I'm assuming if your account handled it, tell me if it didn't. I'm getting a bunch of notifications right now. NZD USD just continuing to push and add trades. But yes, I am planning on doing auto recovery from the full system. Been kind of like avoiding putting auto recovery on all kinds of stuff. I did put it on AUD CHF last night, so we're not copying that right now, just to kind of see how it did. I think it pretty much completely, well, let's look here. AUD CHF is at the top here. 1, 2, we're in 3 trades, nearly out. So AUD CHF, that is in recovery. Should NZD USD have been put in recovery? Yes, I was aware of it. I didn't because I knew it wasn't copying out. But yes, I will put everything into recovery. And there's a lot of automatic ways to do it, but I will put everything into recovery that's in the 10 range deep. I'm starting to feel like, here's the deal. Right now, my recovery system, based off of some testing I'm doing, is 80 to 90% accurate. I did put it on a few accounts for some other clients, and it didn't do well because they were already really in trouble. One account had dozens and dozens and dozens of pairs open, and another one was excessively overtaxed for gold. It was a smaller account. Really thought it would recover. It just couldn't pull out of it. But I believe that the margin level percent on that gold was about 300 to 400% when I got it. That's a little low. That's a little low. It makes me think that I want to try something here. I want to put some pairs into recovery, because what's interesting is the recovery system will actually end up, if you let it go too far, 10 plus trades, and you put the recovery system on it, it will recover it, and you end up making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars in profit. When I want out, I'm not really too concerned about profit. That's cool. But maybe if I backed recovery off, it's an individual basis type of thing. Very possible. But maybe if I put recovery on it at 5 or 7 or 8 trades, it could get out a little bit quicker. And because you do risk putting auto recovery on an account that's 10 plus trades deep that has already probably overbid, and the bid has scaled up higher than it really needs to be. So, there's a happy medium there. Certainly I could implement something, and I know you guys probably don't want to do this, and I don't know if I do either, but implement something where it's like on the 6th trade, it goes into recovery. We'd be in recovery on a lot of pairs, but that's fine. Recovery is still a automated trading process. Recovery is still providing the ability to pull profit out of the market. Maybe, if you let it go too far and you put recovery on it, the profits end up being like pretty excessive. I'm going to show you one. In fact, I wonder if we can jump to it right now. Let me jump to it right now, and then we'll come back to this, choose a free trade, kind of finish looking at NZD USD. Let me show you an account. I've been showing you this pretty much weekly. It's not in any trades right now because it was trading my one profitable pair feed on the Euro AUD trade that we had in recovery. I want you to see how much this thing made last night. This is real life, actual money. $17,429.32. That's on a 100K account at 200 leverage, maybe 100 leverage, maybe 100. That's insane. That's the recovery algorithm recovering from 10 trades deep on this. I'm bidding pretty high base lot size, 0.50. But it recovered it really nice. Look at those. Look at those trades at the bottom there. Both over $10,000, 2 trades. And given the ability to overcome all of the other trades that were in drawdown, this is a phenomenal system. And you know what's interesting? This thing would have kept going. It was like, hell, we're making so much profit. Let's just keep it going. I ended up forcing myself and everyone else out of this trade because I'm like, we don't need it to make that much profit. I think if you look at how much profit this made on the feed, it was $300 or $400. We will look at that. So let me come back to the pause here. Let's go back to the full algorithm. And, pretty crazy what NZD USD is doing right now. Let's put you here. But we're going to avoid that. We're staying away from it until it turns around. I mean, if you look at it, it keeps showing that it's turning around a little bit. Let's zoom in to like the 5 minute here. It's just pushing. You can see, excuse me. You can see the take profit up at the top here. This is the 5 minute chart, so I'm going to lose my voice for some reason. All right, hydrate. I'm a little messed up because I woke up like with one eye open at 8 a.m., which is a couple hours before I usually get up. Well, at least an hour. And I noticed everyone was freaking out that the server had frozen. What's going on? What's going on? I'm like, shit, what is going on? Like I said, that is very rare. I haven't had a server freeze more than about twice in 4 years. Let's see here. Vince says, is it possible to make the recovery system even better than it already is? I mean, what do you mean? I think you're probably commenting on something I was saying. It's really good. It has nothing to do with really good or bad. It has to do with, is and will the market give you the price action to be able to mathematically trade out of whatever scenario we're in. Derek says, made over $1,200 on the Euro AUD trade. Simply amazing. Okay, cool. Very cool. Did you really make that much? Didn't you just double your account? Like overnight? Tell me if I'm wrong there. I don't think I'm wrong. So, free signal. What do we want to jump into? I could make the joke and jump into an NZD USD. I'm trying to think. So at the base lot size, it's at $5 per pip. That's actually not that bad. What do we say? There's 40 trades, probably 41 now. I wonder if I should do that just to be funny, just so we can watch it. Let's do that. Let's jump into, because that's really the only one. Just not a lot going on in the market right now. We've got, 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs open in the entire market out of 22. Derek says, yes, it did. Jesus, Derek just doubled his account overnight. That's incredible. 100%. You better share that in the group. 100% overnight. Of course, Derek is a self-professed and proven degenerate gambler, taking more risk than probably 7 of us combined. All right. So very cool. Let's jump into the 40th NZD USD trade. I have to be careful here. So if I'm 10x, yeah, it would come in. I probably should do it at a fixed lot size. Trying to think here. The best way to handle this. So it would do a 10x. Let's look at the very first trade. Yeah, it would be doing a 10x. So 10 times 5 would be $50. It would be a 5.0 lot size on the free signal account and go up from there. I really don't like that idea. I don't want to get cocky with it. Let's look at the chart here. So let's look at the chart and look at where we think this is going. Holy shit, look at that. Look at that huge, just dropping candle. Are we at, I'm going to zoom even out to the week here. To hear those notifications, that is NZD USD just continuing. Yeah, it's got farther to go if you look at that little wick right there. I don't necessarily like that because it could come down that far. I'm just thinking here whether I want to jump you into that trade. Yeah, see, it just added another trade at 0.55 lot size down there at the bottom. I'm going to, what I can do is I can tell my AI system, just like I was telling you earlier, to have it go into a fixed lot size. I don't really like that because if it goes into a bunch more trades, I think it's still going to be profitable. So if we did a fixed lot size, let's start out at like, let's just do it at a dollar, at 0.10. So give me a second here. I'm going to effect this with my AI system. I'm going to be doing this in the background on my server. So stand by, kind of talk you through what I'm doing here. Here it is. Let's see if I can get this right today. So what we say? We want NZD USD. Okay. Copy current trades. I'm going to say yes. I'm just looking at the settings here. Use copy expiration. Let me think of this one for a second. All right, that's good. But instead of a multiplier, I'm going to go with a fixed lot size. And I'm going to make it a base 0.10. Okay, that's kind of in line. I know that this is a good kind of experiment we can do with the free signal, but this is you trading my system on your own virtual private server and using the AI system to go, you know what, let's handpick. So I got the fixed lot size. The one thing I want is I want the 40th. So we're probably going to get a couple trades. I want the 40th trade. So cross your fingers that I didn't screw this up, but it's just a demo and it's a free signal anyway. So let me see if I can do this right. Okay, it's working so far. Looking good. It jumped into 4 trades all at once. That's because my counting must be off, either that or it has entered into more trades since then. So come back to the screen here and I'll show you what I did. Let me pull up the free signal, show you where we're at. So here's what we're doing free signal wise. I told my AI system to jump into the last, I must have miscounted or something, but I told it to jump into the 40th trade. So there's 4 at the end here having nothing to do with 40. So it jumped into 4 trades, all at a fixed lot size. So, but it is being managed by the auto system. So although it will not increase its lot size at this point, I think, it's going to be very profitable anyway, even if it pushes and adds some more trades, which looks like it is and has been. The volume is there, so it's going to do that. Notice, so you don't have to enter 4 here. But the cool thing about having the AI system do this is, although we've manipulated it, all these trades are now being auto managed. They're being auto updated, auto scaled into. So the take profit right now is 0.55980. If you want to enter an NZD USD buy trade at a take profit of 0.55980, you'll be in a pretty good position. Yes, it's pushing. Yes, it's going crazy. But this would be a good example of the power of you having your own VPS server and having access to the AI system where you can go, you know what, I want to jump in here. I want this trade. I want this trade at this lot size. So pretty cool. And now it's all being auto managed. All right. What is next? We got the free signal. We looked at the overall algorithm. Let's go back to that briefly. Pretty crazy. Pretty much all of the drawdown is NZD USD right now. But we are not trading it other than what you've seen me put. It's certainly free signal, but we're not trading it in any of our offshoot feeds. It's just pure insanity. It's pure insanity what that pair is doing. Absolutely going through the floor. And of course, massively manipulated. If you're looking at this on your own chart, I'm looking at the week. Look at the week. Has an entire just. I'll draw it on the screen here. The week has a wick all the way up there. The 1 week chart. So let's come down to the daily. Purely insanity and manipulation. I'll bet you we get I may be wrong, but I bet you we get a huge pullback on this push. So that turns into a wick down there, and we might even take profit today. I mean, that's a hell of a push for it to not, pull back and leave a wick down at the bottom like that. It is Friday. Maybe there's no more momentum in the market, but we'll see. All right. What else should we do today? Random trader, you say? All right, we're not quite there yet. Let's run through some of these other accounts. Let's see. I know in the 10 pip hybrid feed, we're in CAD Chief. That's looking good. I don't believe there's any trade in the one profitable pair feed right now because there's just not enough volume in the market. So let me take a look at it, and then I'll share it if I need to. Here it is. And yes, we actually are. Okay, cool. This just happened. The one profitable pair feed is in a GBP USD trade. So cool. Feeling good. I blocked out all the craziness. You're not going to get any NZD USD trades. You're also not going to get AUD CHF, which is in a little bit of recovery, as you saw earlier. There's a few pairs still open. I have one of my major accounts in recovery. I had put a really considered a slow algorithm on one of my accounts, and it was insanely slow. So I pulled it off, put it into recovery, kind of waiting to get out of that. In fact, what I'd like to do is look at it real quick off screen here, just to make sure that I'm not taking it on the chin too hard. So stand by. I know, a lot of stuff going on today, right? Here it is. Let me make sure I'm not getting spanked. Oh, not too bad. Looking good. I'm at about $150 profit for the day. This is just one of my accounts trading that really slow algorithm, which I put recovery on, at about a 1,450% margin level. Feeling good. All right. Back to the account list here. Gold is something we need to look at. Let me pull it up here. So gold, 6130. Here it is. Are we in any gold? We are not in any gold trades. I have not looked at the results. Hopefully this doesn't embarrass me. Oh, cool. We're right back on track. $13.22 worth of profit. It goes for $10 a night, turns off, and you can scale that up as needed. It's done really well. Of course, gold coming back down after the, run through the ceiling. That's looking really good. Now, it's actually a larger week. $2,904 for the week because we went into recovery on 10 trades. Really can't let gold get past, what was it last night? 4 trades. Really can't let it get past probably 6 to 8. 10 is probably too far. That's been my experience. All right, what's next? Look, signal. Stable profits feed. Let's take a look at it. I'll explain what this is when I pull it up here. Uh-oh, there we go. Another NZD USD buy trade. We might jump back and look at that at the free signal. So, in fact, let's do that real quick. Sorry, we'll come back to the stable profit state. Let's look at the free signal here, and I want to make sure it is scaling in. It did. So we were in 4 trades. It just scaled into another one. It's going to stick with this fixed lot size. I might want to increase that a little bit, depending on how far it goes. All I got to do is go into the AI system and say, hey, instead of 0.10 fixed lot, increase it. I may do that if it keeps pushing. But I can't imagine it's going to push too much farther without having a huge pullback. All right. Back to where we were, the stable profits feed. I'd like to look at that real quick. Yes, here it is. So we're trading Euro GBP. It has pushed away from the median price, pushed down. And so it's pushed up, so it sells. Basically, as it's pushing up, it's selling at different levels as it moves away from the median price. And it will come back. It is headed towards take profit. Everybody wants to know where the take profit is on this, but if you just look at this, we're looking at the day chart here. If you just look at this, the price, the median price is about right here. So it moves away from it. It sells as it moves up, comes down, takes profit. Here it's moved away. We have a hell of a push on Euro, but we got a wick at the top, and all it has to do is come back in this direction. It doesn't have to go all the way. Somewhere in this area, mathematically, it will be in profit, and the algorithm will just take you out of that trade in profit. When mine closes, your closes. You don't have to have the take profit. All right, back to the pause here. And let's see what else we're looking at. So we've got a US 30 test. I want to go look at that. Stand by, random trader coming up shortly here. US 30 test is 447. I have no idea what this has done. Oops, it did not do well. US 30 on that CoinEx kind of crappy pricing completely blew out the account. $8,000. Listen, I'm testing that algorithm. I don't like it. I will show you something. Let's see if I have it here. I don't. I actually have US 30 on a different broker. I'm trading US 30 on a different broker. I think I was trading it on LHFX. No, I was trading it on CoinEx. I'm trading it at FBS, a Canadian broker, and the results look really, really good. But I didn't like it. It blew out the account on the CoinEx. I didn't like their pricing. It was what, 100 times higher? It was 100 times higher mathematical pricing on CoinEx. Didn't like it at all. So yeah, that did not do well, but that is part of the risk of trading US 30. So stand by. Yeah, here's the one I want to show you. Oh, I already did show you that. I showed you, let me make sure I showed you this. Yeah, I showed you this where my account, I did show you this, where my account made $17,429 last night. That is real world profits right there. In fact, that is what's the best way for me to say this? It's similar to, it's not a prop firm. It's more of like a hedge fund type account. There's no limitations on it. You can hedge. There's no drawdown limit, so on and so forth. But I've been leveraging this to potentially get investors and start creating more profits in certain areas. So I'm not going to talk too much more about that. That will come up when it's all worked out. So let's go on to the random trader, what you've all been waiting for. So I'll pull it up here. It is here. And if you understand what we're doing, here is, we are in no trade right now. That's because the trade that we entered yesterday, which I'll show you in a couple different respects. One is, if you look here for the day results, there's no result because that trade we went into yesterday, random entry trade, randomly guessed at a take profit level. Guess what it did? It took profit. It was this AUD JPY sell trade, $588.68, $2,721 for the week. Every random trade we've entered, random, purely random, spin the wheel. What's that say? Drum beating intensifies. CoinEx pricing on indices is weird. Yes, it is. That is Vince making a comment. I will get that. Listen, I will get US 30 to where it feels like the algorithm's really good. I ran it on Eagle FX, which had really stable pricing and proper pricing, micro lot size pricing. It crushed. If you're trading US 30 on, let's say, a 3K account, you might be making $500 a day. You need to pull those profits out on a regular basis because you're going to lose that 3K account. What you hope for, it's absolute like going to casino gambling. What you hope for is that you've made more than $3,000 worth of withdrawals on your $3,000 account before you blow it, because you will blow it. US 30 is erratic as hell. All right, so we need a new free signal trade. Let's go to, let's go here. Let me pull this up and I will share the screen with you because you know where I'm going. You know what I'm going to do. I'm going to the random wheel of trading. This, I left it up here to show you that this is what we had yesterday. AUD JPY sell, and you could see earlier that it was $588 profitable. So let's close this and let's click again, spin the wheel, enter a random trade. Where are we at? It is Euro Chief buy. Euro Chief buy. So come back to the screen here. We're going to do a Euro Chief buy trade. So go to the quotes screen, lower left. I'm looking for EUR CHF. There it is. I'm holding my thumb over that. I'm going to go to trade. And I believe it said buy. Let's keep it at a 3.0 lot size. Just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Stand by. Yes, it was a buy. Euro Chief buy. I click buy. Absolute random. Random trade. No analysis. Who needs analysis? What you need is the skill set to manage. There's two reasons I do this. A lot of reasons. But one reason is to show you how to place a trade manually. Also to build some confidence that you can control your account if you need to. So we have no take profit on this. So let's actually look at the chart. We're in a buy scenario. And probably pretty good, huh? It's pushed quite a bit. Let's look at the 30-minute chart. So we're in a buy scenario. The high for the day is over here. That seems a little high. As we scroll left, we've got some wicks up there. I'm not going to try to go for too much profit here. Maybe I'll go in this area. Just looking left. Just random. This area could be a fair market value gap. You can't always call them that. There's other parameters, but it may, because, they did a huge money dump right here to push all of this down. So they may be in drawdown, meaning they may have to bring it back to this area. So let's take profit pretty close. I'm going to pull up a line by clicking this on the chart. I'm going to add a horizontal line to the chart. And then I'm going to move it around. I'm just going to put it at the tops of these wicks. Just for the hell of it. That's not a lot of profit probably. So what's the price? I can see it on the screen there at 0.94 294. But I'm going to hold my thumb over the white dot, go to properties, double click this, copy it, click done, and then I'm going to come back and manipulate this, hold my finger over it, click modify. I know I'm doing it fast. Highlight the take profit area, double click, paste, and modify. So now we have a Euro Chief buy trade. We've hit our margin level percent pretty aggressively. It's at 1,200% right now. That's pretty aggressive. At 3.0, it's still a little high for this account. I really would rather be around 1,800 to 2,000% margin level when I enter a trade. So each currency pair acts a little bit differently based off of your lot size. So I probably couldn't come back to, I think I said that yesterday and I kind of forgot that we should bring the lot size on this back to about 2.6, 2.7 to get the margin level percent just a little bit higher. It's jumping into profit here. Guess what? You can, and this is random, right? I get we are lucky, but being lucky means that we don't have to overly manage the account. If this goes against me a little bit and I look at it later, I usually look at it around dinner time. We're doing this kind of in the morning for me. I look at this around dinner time. If I feel like it's gone against, but not enough, I'll enter again and scale into another buy trade at 3.0. If I look at it and it's gone way, it's really hitting my margin level percent. In this case, it's going to hit it a little harder than I want it to. I would put my recovery system on it. On the other hand, you could grab $100 worth of profit right now if you wanted to. Just get in and get out. It's a Friday. If this was really my trading account and I wasn't using it kind of to practice and show you, I'd go, I'll take $100, $160, $180, right? It's doing really well. Pure luck. I'm telling you, I did not manipulate this. I mean, that's a great trade. It was a great, I just looked at the chart, right? It's been pushing down, pulling back. So there'll probably be $500, $600, $800 worth of profit if it goes to that take profit line that I set up there. Let's get rid of that line on the chart. So yeah, looking good. I mean, look at it. It's 170 some dollars in profit right now. Exciting stuff. Tell me that's not exciting. It's all exciting. So again, in a recap, the recovery system nothing will never always work. But right now, I said up to this point, we've had about a 97% success rate based off of a few test accounts that I did. Actually, one live account, one test account in the last couple days, which did not do well. You can't let your account go so far against you and count on recovery working. It works really well on gold, it seems like, just because you have such good movement in gold. It worked really good on that EUR AUD, just because the price action was there. So Vince says completely random, people. It is completely random. I'm telling you. It is designed to help you enter a random trade every day, is designed to help you understand how to enter trades and how to manage them and how bad things can look. And maybe it'll be so bad the margin level percent will be 100 and I'll put recovery on it and we'll blow the account because we waited too long. But those are the things you need to practice and get comfortable with. I'm a little looser with this, but I'm also telling you that being loose with your trading, meaning just relax, be so emotional about it. I get that it sucks. It sucks to lose money. It really does. But you can get so good at it that when you do have to take a loss, you're literally taking a loss from your net profits, not from your balance. And I'll give up net profit all day long to maintain my balance. I think most people would. So pretty cool trade. It looks like it's probably just going to go. It's just going to go to take profit, maybe. We'll see. I don't believe there's anything else to look at. There is one thing I do want to show you. Let's see here. I want to just watch this for a second and I'll be right back.
Smart investors are flocking to the FX with Terry automated trading system. This is 100% fully automated Forex trading. This intelligent AI trading algorithm works for you 24 hours per day. Daily live results and nothing but net profit. No other system comes close to the automated profit potential of this system. Start trading for free today with 100% help and support by visiting fxwithterry.com and plug into the profit-making potential. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Join the top 10% of traders that are winning every day through automation. fxwithterry.com is your path to Forex trading success.
Zero analysis, he says. All right, cool. So this is the last thing we'll look at. This is my GBP, JPY, very aggressive double hedge trading algorithm. One that once you move to the robot trading system where you have your own VPS server, and I'm giving you the robots, I'm telling you what robot to use, telling you how to use it, giving you the set files. This thing's pretty awesome. I told it to make $100 a night. And so you can see in this particular case, it did the sell trade. We had sell direction movement. It took profit at 191.13. And then the buy trade was probably in a lot higher drawdown than what you're seeing there, $84. But then the price bounced back towards the buy. And the moment it got to the point where the math worked out and said, I'm taking $100, I'm $100 net profit, it just closes both trades down. And then it reopens that double. So it's automatically hedged every day. So that means technically, listen to me, if you're hedged, that means you could probably bid a lot more than you normally would. So this could be quite a moneymaker, right? Now, the reason I could never really, but it's not a great idea to turn this into a feed is because you tell the robot how much money you want to extract from the market. You might not have a big enough account to extract $100 a night from the market, but you certainly, it maybe got a big enough account to extract $10 a night from the market or $20. You set that in the bot. So you wouldn't really want to copy that. If you did copy it, everybody'd have to have the same account size. You know, that makes it not realistic, certainly not scalable. But you take this double hedge robot, and I'll give you the settings because the settings are key. Go ahead, and I challenge you. When I start recommending these robots, go ahead and get one, put it on your server, and just kind of mess with the settings yourself. You don't know what you're doing, mess with the settings, and watch how quickly on a demo account it will blow the shit out of it. It'll most of the time, because these bots are so good, they'll hang in there. The concept of double hedge and managing one against the other, looking for a total profit, is pretty good. It works really good. But once you have the custom settings that I'll give you, because I've tested it, I've played with it, and then once you understand how to manipulate those settings, do a little bit of a puppet master for the robot, you have your own control. You're like, man, I could be more aggressive here. I could be less aggressive here. Some really, really awesome stuff once you have access and control of that automation. So anyway, that's it. Appreciate you watching. That's the Friday recap. It appears that Powell speaking today and the non-farm payroll today didn't really affect too much. Let's go out and look at, as we're going out here, let's look at the free signal. Stand by. I'll pull it up on the screen. Here it is. Oh, wow. Interesting. Yeah, look at what this is doing. Here's your free signal. This is the power of jumping in to a basket of trades later in the mix here. Look, it's already up $128. I mean, and it's all automated. And we affected this by telling the AI system, hey, do this with what we're seeing. I mean, it's so powerful. This is the de facto best system I've ever seen on the face of the earth. I've seen a lot of the systems. I've seen other people. This is terrific. If you can stomach it, if you understand it, if you are excited about it because you have full control over whatever's going on, man, we really got this thing dialed in. The recovery system that I've plugged into, I didn't create it, I plugged into, is probably the most. There's a Euro USD trade in. You know what? That may have come to the one profitable pair feed. I'm not sure. Let me look. Let's go to the pause screen. 87.97. Nope, sorry. We were already in a GBP USD, which, as you can see here, is headed towards profitability. So awesome! What a terrific week, terrific day. Everything's in our favor. I'm feeling good about it. That is it. I will let you go. I'll see you inside the group. Have a great weekend. We'll be back. Servers will be up and running Sunday evening by 5 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be back at it. I see a lot of members moving towards the virtual private server. Like I said, hang in there. I'm helping a lot of people, and through helping people set these things up, I'm getting my video training down pat that will just cover every aspect that you could ever want to know in the shortest, most succinct fashion possible. So that's it. Appreciate you watching. I'll send you out with this. Have a great weekend.
Investor alert. If you have $10,000 or more, you can now put that money to work for you, all while generating profits on autopilot. This revolutionary automated trading algorithm is available to all savvy investors who want to keep their funds liquid, yet also outpace the most common markets. Currently, the best long-term investment is Bitcoin, and this system can generate Bitcoin profits direct to your crypto wallet at your discretion. Current yearly returns holding Bitcoin are in the 150% plus range. This automated system allows you to diversify your portfolio and reap rewards previously unheard of. You are in full control. You own the trading account. We simply copy our daily profitable trades directly to your account, and you withdraw profits at will. Your funds remain under your control and accessible at any time. You get a free 14-day trial, and that puts you in a zero-risk situation, allowing you to experience the power of this automated trading system in real time before putting your own funds to work for you. Visit fxwithterry.com and plug into full automation today. Also, be sure to inquire about the portfolio manager level if you have 20,000 or more, which can remain liquid and produce daily profits that can be held in Bitcoin. Visit fxwithterry.com and plug into savvy investing today.
Thank you for joining us on the Forex Trading Daily Live Show. Get access to all of the free trades with full auto trading at fxwithterry.com. Be sure to subscribe and get notified of the daily live stream. And get ready for your next profitable Forex trade.